All right, ladies and gentlemen, so episode 63. Today we're going to talk about home improvements, things we are proud of, things we've done, a chance to shout out some people that have done some work for us, or if you just want to toot your own horn, how you doing, bud? We could do that too, man. So, Grandmaster B, why don't you start us off, man?
All right, so interesting topic for discussion this week. So I started off with my backyard. I visioned this oasis and this tranquil environment when I moved into this house, so I wanted a nice place for relaxation, right? Hollywood, Philly both got pools. So I put up this big privacy fence. Shout out to Henry over at Michigan Fence.
Nice.
Guy did a great job. Put the pool in, even got a fake palm tree.
It's nice, though.
I mean, you know, it's comical, but it does something for me.
Right.
And it takes me to that place somewhere down south.
Does it tickle your fancy?
Yeah, the stamped patio was there. Made sure I had a nice little grilling area. And the plans for 2023 Hollywood, I want to get a gazebo and I want to put a deck off my pool. I want to put a really cool deck there. We could put some nice like loungers on there, and like put some lattice up, and then like kind of like block off my neighbor's backyard,
Nice.
so he doesn't have to look at me when I go in the pool. Because it's not a good sight, guys. I'm just telling you right now.
You go in there with your thong.
Oh, sometimes naked. The man is nude.
Would you be the new baby's got the right hugger or the left hugger?
Yeah.
Come on.
There's just something about
funny.
having a tricked out yard with a privacy fence.
Oh, there's nothing
I can't
better than that.
tell you guys how many times I've literally just stepped out in the middle of the night and just pissed in my own backyard. It's a beautiful thing.
And that's your yard.
It really is. I love it, man.
You know what I mean?
Like, under the stars.
Right.
It's your cave, but it's outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a wonderful feeling, man.
It's a sanctuary.
It is.
Yeah.
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 The backyard's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah,
Especially in the
nice
summertime.
Thank you, guys.
Hollywood, what you got over there, brother?
I got Mr. Tom. I remember doing my garage door, giving me a brand new garage door. I've been in my home for 5 years, and I've got a lot of things replaced on it. You know, or redone, resurfaced, or whatnot. And this guy came and actually he was done. And he's like, "Hey man, listen, I'm having dinner with my son." He goes, "Give me about 20 minutes. I'll be over to check it out. And then this way, if you need one, I'll let you know. I'm not gonna try to sell you anything." And I said, "Okay." He was there in probably 15 minutes. Looked at him and the son. He goes, "You know, I seen a girl's bike in there, and I want to be honest with you. I would feel bad if I didn't tell you this. That garage is about ready to collapse, and if someone got hurt, I couldn't bear knowing that I came. And I'm going to tell you why." He said the brace is cracked in the middle. He says it's old. He goes, "Do what you want to do. You could try to brace." He goes, it ain't going to hold." He said, "You know, for under $1,000, you'll get a brand new garage, but what's life worth to you?"
Right.
And right that, it sold to me. I said, "You know," and he goes,
Absolutely.
he goes, I didn't feel comfortable, man. So he came and he goes, "I'll be here about 5 hours. It'll take me and my son." And came there, great guy. He said, "Anything," he goes, "Here's my number. Call me. I'll be back. You know, lube it up every year, do this to it, keeps it nice." And I've been happy. You know, and that was a nice investment, beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I had a hazard with this garage. Because the middle, when I opened it up, you would see it kind of bounce like this.
Right.
And if we all know-
the springs like those.
Yeah, but the middle was cracking. It was splitting.
Oh yeah.
So you know, once them coils of the springs, when they're not on, you try to lift the garage up like that. That shit is heavy, man. And if
Oh,
it come
yeah.
down on somebody, you're killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How excited were you to lube the door?
Well, he lubed it first, and he
You
said
lubed it
continue to
second.
use this every once a year. He said, "I want you to shoot these, it's where the trifold bends
Yeah.
right there. Shoot them, so they don't get rusty and everything."
I might need that dude's number one day. I'm serious. My garage door, I think, is on its last.
I got another guy, James, too, because I went and looked for this guy, and I don't think he lives over there. He lives by 13 and right behind Texas Roadhouse, the first house around that bend.
He over there by Famous Dave's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That old
seriously,
famous
man, I
Dave's.
might get that dude's number. Man, I think my garage door is something's wrong with the track, like the ball bearings and stuff. Those little rollers.
Could be.
Yeah, they're starting to slip out and stuff.
Yeah.
I see them moving
Yeah.
around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So I knew going in when I bought this house that I was going to need a new roof. And if I look at it from when I got it to the new one, they did a fantastic job. It was a complete tear off. and just had those new shiny shingles. I had a leak upstairs in the kitchen where you can see it, so it had to be done. And I actually went through Mr. Roof, and it's a guarantee. They came out after the guys laid it to check. I was like, damn it, there's some spots they missed and didn't cut right. The inspector came out the next day, had the guys come back out and fix everything.
Oh, nice.
So they did a fantastic job. It was an affordable payment. So it's just, you see houses, right, when the roof's like looking like shit. It adds complete curb appeal and value to it.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you can get a good deal on that, man, I highly suggest Mr. Roof. They did a fantastic job.
Mr. Roof. They do a lot of advertisement, but they've been around a long time. They do a good job. The roof does look great.
I was impressed with the follow-up, though. That was good.
That's factor. That's
Yeah.
factor.
So they had
Absolutely.
the satellite was on the roof. I had AT&T before, and they kind of like half-assed it. You know what I mean? It looked like shit, but they fixed it all.
Right, you're looking at that invoice going,
Wait a minute.
wait a minute, there's 2 nails left up there, and by the way, you did not do a very good job on that satellite dish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you get them back out there.
For sure.
Them damn roofs are expensive, and you know you probably
Yeah.
did it at the right time. There's never a good time to do that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah,
but
now you've been
the cost of that
double.
stuff
Yeah.
is damn near doubled.
Yeah. I think I got a payment of only like $80 a month. Put a little bit
There
money
you go.
down, $80 a month, and then we got tax money, paid that shit right off.
There you go.
Good for you,
Done.
man. That's the way to
Done.
do it. Good job.
Good investment.
So my next one was my front yard. One of the things I did when I moved in, again, it was, it needed work, and I knew that, and you could buy the house and pay a lot extra and have it all done for you, but
Sure.
I'm one of those dumb Polacks that like to just labor myself, so I updated like all my landscaping, laid out some new brick pavers, planted some shrubs and trees, new lighting. I had shout out to my buddy John. He's a carpenter. He extended my front porch overhang a little bit, put a flagpole out. You know how I'm saying?
I know what you're
Polish
saying,
Eagle
bud.
out there, man. I did some lawn irrigation. So it's like pride of ownership. I think that curb appeal,
Yeah.
really, you guys both have it. I know for sure, Philly. You always got them lines perfect all the time. So yeah, that was kind of like my big thing. So just one shout out, that would have been to John who did the rest. And then me, I'm going to shout out to myself because I did all the rest.
Right.
You follow?
You got to. You stay up on it too, man. I know you're out there with your scissors edging the lawn.
Oh yeah, I got competition too, man. My next door neighbor, Ed, he probably doesn't listen to podcasts. I don't even think he knows what a podcast is, so I can say this. The dude's nuts.
Did you ask him about fives of the week, and he's like,
High five. I'm like, no, Ed, it's Fives of the Week podcast. He's like, oh, what's
Do you
that?
have your grass sprayed or you do it yourself?
I've been fertilizing myself. You mean like
Yeah,
fertilizer?
you have them come out and they spray it.
No,
like
but
5 or
I'm
6 times
going
a
to
year.
do that because fertilizer this year. I don't know if you guys did any fertilizer, but the bag of fertilizer like $65.
Crazy, dude.
it's a lot, yeah.
I'm gonna pay for someone to come do mine too.
That's what I'm
Your
going to do
neighbor,
next
though,
year.
his neighbor, I've never seen a lawn this green, though.
Yeah,
That was,
it's
it looked
bad shit.
amazing.
They hit it with nitrogen, dude.
That's what it is?
Just the nitrogen just brings that. If you notice right now, your grass is probably getting really green right now. That's just natural.
Right.
But like during them hotter months, like July and August,
You ain't got no weeds. You got no
Yeah.
shamrocks or anything. I had them flutter mine,
yeah,
and I did my own. I looked over at his. I was like, man, Tiger Stadium.
right, exactly. And my neighbor gets his done, and I'm the same way. I'm thinking, man, here I am spending, doing a round trip of this stuff. 5 applications a year? It's like $300. I'm like,
Yeah.
You know what? He pays about the same, but guaranteed results. Spend $65 and I
How
still
bad
got.
you like it? That's the thing.
Weeds, I'm like, come on, man. There's some
Right.
funky weeds growing in my grass this year because we had some of those hot days that were just weird shit was showing up. I had mushrooms growing in my backyard.
I've seen
Yeah.
a few of those this year myself.
Like, where do those come from? I don't know.
Dude, I used to have a putting green until I had a little sniper over there. Ace.
Oh, yeah.
Now it looks like a track meet back there.
I can relate to that, man. Yeah, my dog
Sniffing and
got-
digging, sniffing and digging.
Oh, yeah, lots of digging.
Yeah. You're up, Hollywood?
I knowing that when I moved in, I knew how old that my furnace was in my central air unit, but they were like 4 years apart from each other. So old Betsy was like 28 years, and the guy came on check. He goes, "I'm gonna tell you what, if it's not broke, don't fix it." He goes, "I like some of these older ones." He said, "Continue." Well, she lasted about another 2 years, and then finally, the PVC pipe started turning brown, which the air was really, really hot, and he said if it would have got any hotter, it would just started melting it. So I caught it enough time, called Justin from Havoc. He came out, real nice guy. From a friend from high school I went to, he told me, was this guy come out, have him come do it. I watched him, great pride in it. I still talk to him this day, I get my filters from him. So he came out and did that, gave me a great price on my furnace. And, you know, Betsy took a little bit longer to try to heat the house, and I knew it. And I'm like, you know, knew that bill was coming up, you know what I mean? But the price he charged me, it was good. So I paid that off and was real happy.
So Betsy was the name of your furnace?
Of my furnace, yeah.
Wow.
Old Betsy.
Old Betsy.
Never
Yeah,
heard
old
that.
Betsy.
Have you got a name for your furnace? I'm just curious because I think it's cool that you did that. I mean, do you name your furnace?
I haven't, no.
That thing was 30 years old, man.
She's still humming though.
Oh, no, I got a new one. Oh, yours is?
Yeah, it's still humming.
Betsy can still do it.
She can do it now.
I like how Hollywood is analyzing old Betsy.
Oh, man.
She went out to pasture.
Yeah. She
She
fought to the
finally
very
kicked
end.
a bucket.
She fought to the very
It came
end.
on once and it went, and that was it.
Now, I got a name for my AC unit because that motherfucker's old.
What you got a name for?
I'll call her Greta Dog.
Oh, Greta.
She on the last leg.
You need one of them, I got a guy.
Okay.
Real good guy.
Oh, I'm gonna need one soon. Trust me.
Yeah, he's good people, yeah.
Jeez.
That's a good one. But I'm with B on this one. The landscaping. When I bought the house, you know, it was like very mildly taken care of. Some like really odd growing bushes in there, and me and my ex, we put sweat equity in, dug them out, bought new plants, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's a good
Does.
compliment when someone's driving down the street. Like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
that front yard looks good.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Looks great out here. You know, it just gives you that little pep in your step.
Yeah.
You know, like you're doing a good job, and you stay up on it. Keep it all trimmed, just like your zoom, 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 zoom. Keep it all tight, tight and fresh, bro.
Clean.
You know, and my backyard was like that at one point. We got a lot of work to do, but the front I get a lot of compliments on, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you gotta have that curb appeal, right? I mean, if you ever sold a house or anything like that, realtors will tell you that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know, you want to clean the inside up, you know, get everything off the countertops. The really important thing is the first thing, because not everyone's going to have the key to get into the open house or permission, but they're going to,
Yeah.
oh, it's listed. Let's go see what this place looks like. And they see a nice house that's well taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
That's your first impression right there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you guys? I know you have rock. Do you have rock or mulch?
I have stone and mulch.
stones and mulch.
Yeah.
Now, I really love the look of the rock that you have.
Yes.
I love mulch too. When it's fresh, clean.
Yes.
I'm kind of leaning towards the rock. It may be something for next.
Well, you know they have a new thing out. It's called rubber.
Yeah, they do. I've
And
seen
that's
this stuff.
Fucking amazing. Rubber.
Like mulch.
Like different colors.
Recycled car
Yes.
tires, and they form it, and
Unreal.
it's got like a dusting of color on it, like your mulch, like the
Yeah.
red or the black or the brown.
Mm-hmm.
And you're absolutely right. I actually went and bought a bag of mulch to put my flowers. It requires mulch during the wintertime to put it around the perimeter.
Yeah.
And the first thing I grabbed was rubber mulch, and I'm thinking, rubber mulch? What the hell is this stuff? You know? And you're right. There's like 3-4 different varieties of it.
More
So
money.
I had to go to the
but-
lady at Lowe's and go, hey, you guys just got some regular Scott's mulch?
Right.
She's like, yeah, we got a few bags left back there, and it was half the price. But yeah, you got options now.
Yeah. I'm going to do something a little different maybe this year. You know, on my 5th year.
I'd like to use your head for my rock garden.
All right, GMB.
The next one here, fellas, I put is my basement. You guys have been in it. I really spent some time making this a comfortable place to chill. You know, this is like one of those places, especially when I get thrown out of my, living room from my wife. Go somewhere else. I don't want you around here.
Come on, speck of water.
So I got part man cave and part chillaxing central down there. Got some leather couches. Got me a little fake fireplace. Got the flat.
So do you spend your time down there like when Sunday football? Do you like? I'm out of here. I'm going downstairs.
Well, my
And
wife,
that's your whole day.
my wife listens to this podcast, so right now she's hysterically laughing at this point because I usually stay upstairs, and I always say I will go downstairs, but she prefers to go down there.
I'd be in that basement. Dude.
That's where she's at. She goes, no, I'm going down there with the dog, and you can have it up here. And I know what, I don't hear her come up the stairs or
Is she
anything.
doing that to do the clothes, or is
Yes, she'll fold laundry because the laundry room's right there, and she'll be doing. But a lot of times when I just kind of sneak down the stairs, you can't hear anything. It's pretty well insulated.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go down there and she's passed out, tired, like sleeping. Like, oh, that's why she comes.
Oh,
down.
you gotta
She goes down here to take a nap.
you
She
gotta
takes
have her
a
get
loud
the
football
clothes and take them upstairs and do it. You gotta stay in the man cave.
I told her I would do it. I
Oh,
actually
dude, I'd have
prefer
that
it
all
down
day
there
long, dude.
because it's so much quieter and it's very private. And you got the bathroom and everything.
Order Jets, tell them to come down the stairs, I'll pay him.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that's you know, I made that a fun place, and it's always been like one of those things. Cause I can't tell you that my first house had even any of that stuff. You know, it was always something. I never had a basement. My old house was a tri-level, so we had like a little, you know, living room, and then below that was like this little, you know, another smaller room, but like a, you know, family room, I guess you would call it. But I couldn't do the things I wanted to do at that space. So with this one, I really said, I bought the house, the basement was finished, but it didn't have the touch I wanted. So that was like priority once I got the
Sure.
upstairs done. Then I'm like,
Oh, I love my one in Bigelow, man. I'll tell you what.
yeah,
And this one, like, I'm upstairs watching TV. The Mateo's down there, but I would really prefer to go down there, but I trade the 50-inch for the 65.
no, you can't do that.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, but I will go down there and I'll lay on the couch and I'll be like, I love this bathroom's right there. I got my stuff to drink, get whatever
Yeah.
I need.
Your
You
place
know.
is sharp. You sent that picture of me. You got your place tricked out.
But it's the basement's not my vision, and I have to wait till when Mateo moves on. What I'm going to do with that room if I'm going to open that up? That's when everything's going to go. Now I'll drywall everything.
Yep.
The concrete walls will turn into drywall.
And I got a guy for that if you need a drywall.
I do it myself.
You do your own
I've
drywall?
always
Mud
done
and
dry-
tape?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's
know.
not an easy
Come home every day, or like on my weekends back then. Now I work weekends, but I would take 7 hours a day, get up certain time, my coffee. I'm laying this much drywall, and that's it. So I didn't get burnt out and got tired of it and didn't want to do it.
yeah.
I set that time. Next thing you know, okay, now one day this whole section is just going to get taped.
Right. You
Yeah,
did
yeah,
all
for
you
sure.
did all this yourself? I
Oh
this
yeah,
is-
yeah,
oh,
all
very
of it.
cool,
Yeah.
man. Good to know.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hollywood, what you got?
Well, I got my central area finally kicked this year. And oh god, it made a most horrendous sound. I thought it was gonna blow up. I'm sitting in the backyard and just heard it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I gotta get something. I'm done. It's hot out. It's 96 degrees out. So I call an old friend of ours, Al Rosati. I call him Stacy.
Yeah, we know.
He says, dude. He goes, what's going on over there? I go, listen to this. He goes, you need a new one. I says, well, you know, what are we talking? He says, don't worry, I'll take care of you. He says, let me order the parts, I'll be there Monday.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Sal, I'm going to the shop at 9 o'clock, pick up the stuff, I'll be there by 10 o'clock. He was there, sat there and bullshit. I said, say, you go do your thing, man. He had a guy outside, he's working on the inside, so professional, just talking about old stuff. And he said, man, I wish you would let me know I would have did your, furnace. I said, I didn't know you did that, Stace.
Does he?
Wow.
So
He does furnace
Rosati
stuff.
does all
Yeah,
that
oh,
stuff?
he's good, dude.
Oh.
Yes.
His
that-
brother Scott did my loan, my refi.
Yeah. Well, he does that shit too, man.
Yeah.
So that's the guy. If you need a furnace, you like Stace. Stace good people, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
So
was-
he did mine, and
Does he?
Oh,
he
yeah.
hooked me all up, and he goes, you ain't gonna have a problem for a long time. Don't worry about it. You got a problem, you call me.
So did he fix the existing?
Put a
one?
whole brand new one.
Oh, he put a brand new. What brand?
Because
is
they don't
it?
even make this Goodman. He goes, they don't even make this shit no more.
So what'd you go with?
Goodman.
Goodman is the brand you went
Yeah.
with, and it
Oh,
works
dude.
way better. I mean, more efficient and all that other
Dude,
stuff.
that air comes in. Before I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I feel getting a little cool. And it took longer. It was just really just cranking.
Yeah.
This, as it stays, that house is cool within an hour. Like, that fast.
Yeah, that's badass.
He's like, dude, he goes, I'm glad you're happy, man.
Yeah.
I said, I am happy. I said, now we'll spread the word
Yep.
and, let other people. And actually, he's got another job coming up with a lady at work.
Oh,
I'll
really?
see
You're
him.
giving him some referral business.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I said,
great.
that's what I'll do.
These guys love that stuff.
For
Hey.
sure. I always hit up you guys. Hey, you guys know anybody?
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
I'd rather put food on your table than somebody else.
Absolutely.
Some guna.
For sure. Like your buddy that his
Carpet
name-
guy?
No, not carpet. Did my hot water tank.
Oh, John.
John.
Yeah, that's
a great dude,
yeah.
man, and he hooked me up. You know, that's just
That's what it's about, man.
he spent a little bit longer than he wanted to, but you know, I gave him a good tip. So
Finished the job, and that's the
Yeah.
guy who's done a lot of work in my house. And you trust the guy. He's not coming in to overprice you on something. He knows that,
Yeah.
like, look, I'm going to make a few bucks off you, but I'm not going to break you.
for sure.
Yeah, and Stacy's the same way like that. So I gave him a tip saying, you and your friend go get lunch on me. Oh, no, I mean, he goes, no, I insist, go.
Yeah,
I said, you took care of me. That's what I'm talking about, family, man.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And he goes, I'm glad I could do this for you.
Yeah.
It's good to have people like that.
Yes, absolutely.
It's good stuff. For me, it's like I always got compliments on the home being welcoming and comforting. So like the furniture, the decor, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've always prided myself on that. I'm gonna have to buy a new couch upstairs because Ace got into the handles, but
Tom, dogs.
he's killing me. But yeah, it's just like talk about games. Like even though the basement's done, I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. I find myself hanging out up there just because it's so chill, it's relaxed.
It's very nice.
You can kick your feet up and everything's right there. Got the fireplace, candles going, dim lit.
Do you find out that when you come down here,
It's welcoming. Yeah, the whole house is.
that you'd rather be with people
Yeah,
instead of by yourself? Do you find it more comforting that when, like, you know, because look at the draft was awesome, dude.
oh down
That
there.
was a beautiful thing.
Thank you. Yeah,
Different than you coming down here and you just watch the Lions game by yourself.
yeah. You know, it's like I look at the leather couches and I feel like I got to have a broad with me.
I mean, it's a nice basement. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate it, and like that's why I got the poker table to like play poker, like that
Yeah.
fellas over. You know, when I do have people over, yeah, it's better when people are down here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'll be down here to do laundry. Clearly, I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I mean,
Because I get like, you know, I really don't want to lay in my upstairs couches. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'd want to tear the, you know, downstairs ones and not lay. You know what I mean? After a while, it's like, oh shit. But I find myself getting, no, I'm sitting right here. Okay.
yeah,
Like, I would take your ass to the basement, man. You know what I mean? The man cave. You
Now
know?
that in the winter, I find myself in the basement a little bit more, just because you know everything's down here, everything
Yep.
I need. So
And be honest, I got to come to the truth to this. When I looked for a house, I was like, I don't want a basement.
Really?
Dude, I was so petrified of a basement. I just didn't like it. Just it for me, the type of guy, and you think, wow, you know, that coming from you, I just didn't care. I'm like, why do I got something underneath me that I don't know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dark, you know, whatever, you know, nothing. I don't want that.
mm,
Well, most houses gotta be. I don't want. Give me an upstairs. Give me the middle floor. I don't want a basement. So when Bigelow broke me that. Went over there and I was like, I always wanted to live over there. And I says, you know, Cozy's and all them people over there. And I was like, that was like a neighborhood that I always loved. And so I walked down that basement. I was like, and it was partial. You know, they had the, you know, the.
Yeah, they had
But
some.
it looked nice
Yeah,
though.
it was nice.
Yeah.
I remember.
And I says, this is very nice. Not scary. I like this.
Yeah, it's like a
I can
different,
picture myself. Yeah.
different part of your house, different rooms.
Yes. But dude, for the longest time, I didn't want a house with a basement.
You
That's
were
interesting.
scared.
I didn't. I could do a slab and the floor's up.
yeah, we had that in because we grew up in a townhouse, so
Mhm.
the one side was finished, the other side wasn't. You hear all these creaks and stuff, and then when you get older, you're like, yeah, I want to get in the basement, you know, in case I have girls over, friends over, whatever.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me for a while. But as I got older, like I loved having that extra space. Had one in my condo, obviously here. I love it, man. I love having that extra room to entertain and I don't know, get away if you have to.
You know, you sleep upstairs and you're like, there's no one down there in the basement. Like, what the fuck? But, you know, Mateo's there, but even when he's not, the dog, that's their domain down there.
Mm.
You know, they got their bedding and it's like, okay. But that Bigelow broke it all because I forbidded a basement. Maybe that's because the way I grew up, I didn't have a basement, I had upstairs.
Yeah.
But, dude, I'm so glad I have my basement. I love it. I love it.
I think it's cool, and you have like the finished lower level.
Mhm.
It takes all the pressure off the upstairs. You know, you have. I mean, some people even go as far as putting like a mini kitchen in their basement. They'll put a stove
Yeah.
and a fridge. And,
Yeah.
You know, there's no need to be upstairs. We got everything right here, and it's a good place to let everyone go because you don't care so much about your basement as maybe your main upstairs.
Yeah.
With all the traffic and you know with the puppy right now.
I like this. I like the opening
Yeah,
like
it's
this
cool. I like that.
instead of just the wall and then you're waiting to see what comes around.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we're talking about the wall.
Yeah.
Sammy's gonna bring it up. Talking about a wall.
Cool.
So that was number 3 for me. Back to you, GMB.
So this is 4.
Yes.
So I ended up putting in my living room because we totally changed the look from the time we purchased our house back in 2018. We took out some old wood laminate flooring and we went with carpet and had a fireplace chopped down so I could make room for a big TV over the fireplace because they had this really high mantle. It's like, man, that's like I'm gonna hold like a 32-inch TV. It was like this really odd looking spot for. They had a mirror over it, but I always envision like you upstairs have, a television above the fireplace. I always liked that look. I thought that was
beautiful.
cool. So we ended up doing that and put new light fixtures in, ceiling fan, accent wall. My painter, shout out to Jason, my painter, just blinds and furniture and converted a natural fireplace to people that had the house before me. You would think you were at a KOA campground when we first went into the house to look at it and it smelled like campfire, right? And the walls had like black soot on the walls because they were burning wood all the time and trying to save on heat and everything. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And call my boy up, Jason. He's like, yeah, they make this stuff called kilt, so we'll get rid of all that
Oh
stuff.
yes,
and
it was right in that
he
kill.
probably had to put like 30 different applications of this stuff on, but finally got rid of it. But just wanted to make it cozy, man. So it was like one of those things. And I had my buddy Rodney McCullough. He's a masonry guy. I'm like, Rodney, got this crazy idea, man. I'm gonna cut my fireplace down. It's got brick, but I don't know. Do you just like get a chisel? And he's like, no, man. He goes, you get a diamond bit saw, and he goes, we'll take it right off. He came over with this saw, and he tarped everything off because when you cut masonry, it's just dusty as hell.
Oh yeah.
And this stuff was just spewing off the saw, like just dust flying everywhere. And it was all encapsulated in this area. And he cut these bricks down like perfect. I'm like, goes, all right, how high do you want it? Where do you want to put your mantle? I'm like, right here. He's like, measuring. I'm like, yep, I can put my TV up there now. So it took a little bit of finding the right people with the right tools to do it. But these guys are experts at it, man. The guy that painted my house and this guy that did this masonry work. It's like, find the right dudes that know what they're doing. It can make your life so much easier. Just pay them money. He's like, cool, done.
Did you say you paid him in beer?
Jason, man. Here's a true story about this painter. And I love this guy, and I'm going to get him to listen to this podcast. I think he really would like it. The old Lakeshore guy, by the way.
Nice.
And he would always tell me, he's like, hey, fatso, I'm getting ready to come over. That's how he talks to me. I'm okay with it. He's like, hey, I'm getting ready to come over. You better have my Michelob Ultras for me. And this is like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Jay, I don't have beer at my house right now. I said, well, get to the party store because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there right at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, I'm walking to Buscemi's buying Michelob Ultras, right? I'm like, guy's looking at me like, hey, how are you? I'm like, good, man. So I get my dude cracks a beer as soon as he gets there. About 6 beers into it, he starts painting. And the more beer he's drinking, the better he's painting.
Hey.
I mean, this guy was like Picasso. I found a couple mistakes later, but that's a different story. But yeah, that's how I get him to do things cheap, but on the back end of that, I'm spending a fortune in beer.
Hey, it's all good.
He did a
Whatever
great
works.
job.
Yeah.
I like it.
He did Non's house too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually met him before.
Did you?
I ran into him over there. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's great. Oh, that's right. You
Fun.
did meet him. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, good stuff. Hollywood, what you got?
So I got some quick exhibits. So when I did get in my house, my cabinets were older, which I still have. I wanted to keep original.
Yeah.
But the countertops were the pressed wood. So they must have had a leak in the sink. And it was kind of like warped like this on the top.
Yeah.
So I remember I'm sitting there, I'm messing around with the kids and I'm screwing around it and leaning back on it. So one of them was in there and it just buckled in half.
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, oh God.
Sounds like when Master B jumped on my couch at an old place.
But when I first seen it, I'm like, look how it was like that wood like this.
Oh, man.
On my countertop and it was warped. I said, I can't live like that, dude.
Yeah.
So I went up to Hard Rock out in Sterling Heights and I said, you know what, I need to find me something. She's like, well, what would you like? And I said, I don't know. She's like, well, we got corium, we got, stone, come out in the warehouse and take a look at it. I said, well, how much is this shit anyways? She's like, well, it depends on how much, your measurements are. So anyways, I get the guy to come out and everything and he's like, you think about new covers? I'm like, no. He goes, I wouldn't either. Keep it original. I can run this sign. And he goes, they did a horrible job with what you call it anyways. He said, it's going to be a little off, but you'll never be able to tell. You won't be able to tell. I know with a laser, but nobody can tell. And he showed me, I was like, damn, wow. So they had this whole pattern when he brought in 2 guys, had everything down, laid up on it, boom, put that one over there. And they were there probably around 6 hours. So that changed the whole dynamics of the kitchen. Okay, I mean, just from them countertops.
Looks really good.
I kind of wish I didn't do the 4-inch back and went, I see people now it's just straight to the wall. But I had my buddy from
Tile
work.
it.
Yeah.
Backsplash.
He did this tiling on my base in my bath in my kitchen. Unreal. Went around the window, the sides. And he goes, dude, you ain't gonna spend all kinds of money like that. He goes, let's go up there. Got a great price, Paul Ariano, good dude, and just changed that whole kitchen. And the floorings are done, but they were for carpet for less. They did it was I wouldn't go to because they gave me a grade that's okay. I'll probably be changing it maybe 5 years down the road if I stay there. But Refloor is the one that did these new ones, and they're badass.
Refloor's better.
Absolutely top notch. Yes.
It was tile, you said, right?
No, it was they had the big squares
Okay.
on the floor. So I got like the barn, like the weather beat look.
The rustic. Is it more like a rustic?
Yeah,
look?
no, it's like a grayish black, and it looks like it's been outside and the wood, is beat, but it doesn't have that thickness of the what I got on the one in the farm, which is like you feel it, like the grooves in the wood.
Yeah.
The one we looked over, I said, Mike, what do you think, man?
Right,
You're like,
right.
I go with this. I kept debating, going, fuck.
And then I went back to him and I was like, yeah, so many people were saying that one because I had to look at him for a little bit longer. I was like, no, actually, this one's where to go.
Just kind of like what you did with the basement here. You had the different color schemes.
Yes.
Like, hey, man, which one do you guys think is better?
Because you take a picture, I took a picture of my front room, and I could pop back and forth what that floor looks like. And I'm like, oh, I can see myself. But I wake up every morning and look at it and go, what a great gift.
We all have some queer eye for the straight guy in us. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I love interior, like design,
Yeah, I'm with
decorating
you.
stuff that makes things look better.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, he goes, oh, you're a bachelor. I said, so you're expecting I live like a slob, right?
right.
That's what they think. Oh, you're a pig, man. You're like every other guy.
Right.
No, man, I like to take care of my stuff.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
You might get something special tonight.
Oh, look out.
All right, that's a good one. I got fresh paint, man. Like when you paint a room, I had my whole house done. Shout out to my buddy Christian, did a phenomenal job. Did my entire upstairs for a great price. He used to own his own business.
Nice.
And, I have a love and hate relationship with paint. Like I enjoy doing it, but I don't, Grandmaster B.
I can so much relate to this.
We
Phil.
actually painted this. He helped me paint this basement the first time, and we knocked it out in about a day. But so I had the outside done. It used to be red. I don't know if you guys remember that. So it was wearing over time. So I had him paint it like a lighter brown. No, it's just made a great flow. It just made the house flow a lot better. And
Looks good.
updated. He did my chimney too. That was rusted out. It was like that. What do they call it? Linoleum or whatever.
Yeah.
It was fried. It looked horrible. So he did that. Actually did the black on my basement ceiling too. Came out great.
Looks very good.
I mean, for those people that don't know, because I've got a drop ceiling in my basement, that's how they chose to do it when they had the house before me. But I really like this blacked out ceiling. It just, you don't think it's going to look good till you see it finished.
Right.
Like, oh, wow, how's that going to look? But it just got a really good flow to it, man.
Yeah, when I took out that ceiling, I was like, oh man, am I making the right choice? I found a mouse up there, by the way. I don't know how long that was up there.
Remember, was it on
You
the
did?
I
grate?
did, yeah.
No.
I swear.
Was it on the light or
It
something?
was on one of the one of the tiles. I brought it down.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I didn't just bust it open. I
Oh,
brought it
yeah.
down. Oh shit! And
Freaked
there
you
was
out,
a mouse in a mouse trap. I don't know how long it was there. It wasn't like decayed or anything.
No.
I'm like, man, that might have been that creaking in the wall.
So that's the thing. You never know what's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
back
mean?
to that basement thing, man.
And then you see the water stain. It's ruined.
Yeah.
So this is the best way.
Yeah, no, it came out great, and just seeing it all come together, that fresh coat of paint. I did I got to do my bathroom upstairs, but I did my bedroom, did my son's room. Eventually, I'll do the spare bedroom, but he did the whole house, man. It looks great.
Yeah.
You got
As
to
long as
kind of
you're happy.
update things as you go. But
Yeah, piece by piece, man.
I love fresh paint. Man. So that was number 4 for me.
All right. So my last one is my latest investment. Shout out to Randy Breyer from Hunter Electric. I think we talked about this last week about the generator I bought, but I lose power a lot in my area.
Yeah, we talked about
Tired
that.
of that, and it's like the more houses they keep building, the more infrastructure they keep putting out in the area I'm in. Senior living centers that hold up to 250 people. I mean, power's got to go from this grid to that grid somehow,
Right.
some way, and they're
For
not
sure.
building, more, wires and putting underground stuff. So I'm like, I just feel like my power is always going to be an ongoing there. So for peace of mind, I, did what I had to do, and haven't had to use it yet, and kind of excited when I do.
Yeah,
So neighbors losing power, like, fuck it, I'm good. I hope.
that's a good peace of mind, though, right?
I hope it works because they came out. Crazy thing is they came out. Was it Friday to do the startup on it? And like I said, it went in 3 phases. They install it. Then they got the gas line guy coming in. The final guy comes in to run the test to certify everything. Well, it failed. The generator started. There wasn't enough pressure from the gas line going into the actual generator because my guy that did the gas didn't put a T bevel or something on it, that he was supposed to have like a reduction of a 1 inch to a half inch, and he didn't do it quite right.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
where the problem's at. So
Wow.
I had to call my buddy John up and say, John, guess what? I know you live out in Waterford, but I still need you to come over here and fix this thing. He's like, well, I ain't going to be out there until probably next week. So I'm like, I just hope I don't lose power, but okay, cool. I don't want to push the guy, and he goes AWOL on me. He got his
Right.
money already.
So
but
you couldn't make that guy fix it, or is it the same guy did?
no, this guy came from Kohler, and all he's there to do is program, because it's got a computer, inside the generator.
So who's
Program-
responsible for that? Not having that.
The
that-
guy that I had, the contractor I hired to do the gas line.
So why didn't he come back out and do it?
He's going to come back out, if not by this upcoming weekend, the following week. Which
Is that the guy that your buddy or something you said?
Yeah, he's the guy
Oh,
that came out
okay.
to run the gas line and stuff like that. And, it's a lot of bending of pipe and all this other
Yeah.
flex hoses and
Yeah.
all this. There's a lot goes into that to get that thing to properly run, but without the right amount of. So it takes an initial like 5.0
Yeah.
pressures points or something to start this.
So are you
generator.
basically looking for that power outage to come soon, or if you go like 5 years and you're like, shit, I paid a lot of money for this and it's already been 5 years and I can't use my
Yeah, it
thing.
would be like having a pool you'd never swim in, right? You're just kind of like, man, it's
You know what I
nice,
mean?
it's there, but
I can get that point, too.
and that's where my decision was starting to get a little, blurry. I'm like telling my wife, I'm like, these things are not cheap, right? I mean, they sound like the lower end, you're probably looking at 7,000 to 8,000, and you go to the mid level, you're anywhere between 9 and 12, and then you go to something way bigger than what I have, and you can be in the 15s, easy. And so I was like, I'm getting older, man, and I know I could have just went with a pull-out generator, but a couple neighbors and it's becoming more of a popular thing because these guys are super busy right now putting these generators in. But it's just like a peace of mind. And the cool thing about it, it does bring some value back to the house. I won't get the full amount back, but you know what?
Sure.
If I lose power, I'm not going to be the guy that's sitting there going for 18 hours going, we got any more candles or enough batteries for these flashlights? I mean,
Throwing
I'll
in
invite
the
you guys.
coolers.
We'll do a podcast. We can have a complete blackout like we had about 15 years ago. And you guys
Yeah,
come
well, the
over.
neighbors running. Yeah, I'll have no electric, but we do.
What are those guys downstairs laughing about, man? I don't understand it. What's so funny about this shit? My generator be working, bitches.
Hell yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my last one.
Good stuff, dude. Hollywood.
Well, my last one goes out to my boy Mike Wilson, who's my electrician, man.
Mike, what
Which
up?
a lot of electric I can do, but not. I give it to him because I like messing with Mike, and Mike's very good. And he's put a lot of recessed lighting in my front, which I didn't have light. He's done electrical throughout my house. Put my pool, electrical in for my pool. GFI out in my garage. Ran my lights there. What else did he do? Some other electrical outlets, but that's my go-to guy. And actually, he's got another job with someone else at my work to do some electrical for them because that's just what he does.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So yeah, shout out to Mike Wilson. Good job at what he does. And any complaints, he'll be right there. I'll be right out there.
That's
you know what I
cool.
mean? Yeah.
That's good to know. Like
Yep.
you guys said,
Yes,
everybody.
yes.
And that's kind of my last one. Is obviously I had to completely remodel my basement for the fans out there and listeners. I mean, I had water a couple inches high. I had to cut out all the drywall 2 feet high. Basically did 75% of the drywall down here. Shout out to my buddy Brandon. We're basically like family anyway. He took care of me. Obviously had to file a claim. Shout out to my cousin Allie. She took care of me, handled that whole situation. My buddy Mike did the lighting, did the recess lighting. I love it.
Nice.
It's much better than before. It's very bright, but it's great.
Yeah.
For
Looks
everything
good.
that I need.
You got dimmers on them?
I don't, and we were gonna do that, but I opted for those. It's fine.
Well, no, you could put a switch, a dimmer switch.
Yeah,
and
I'd
you
like to
have
do
them.
that. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that's-
I have it by the bar, which is cool.
Did you say the bar?
The bar. And by
Yeah,
the
we
way,
could throw one on there.
Uncle Buck, Uncle Chuck did my
Yeah.
bar, man. Did a great job
Great
on the
job.
bar, and yeah, I mean, it looks just like new, like it did before.
You know what I'm thinking when looking at the bar?
The bar.
You ever see that metal, like silver metal?
Mhm.
I think that would look kick-ass cut around that bar for the underneath part. Gives you that rustic
Yeah,
metal look.
dude, you're talking about
yeah.
like the tin
The-
like that's got the wood in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't that look badass? And you
Yeah.
cut out around that
Home,
thing.
Home Depot, bro. That's all, yeah,
Yeah,
cheese.
that's sweet shit, dude.
That'd be cool. It's easy to put up. Just
Yeah.
put some little nails in it.
And Christian again for the ceiling, and Brandon also did the floor too. And Alberta Spruce Bros. Like it's crazy when you have a vision and you see it all come together.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
was so happy with it.
Who would have thought, you know,
Yeah.
looking and going, is it ever going to finish?
Right. Oh man, it was a long summer last year. Shit, coming down here, everything just tore to hell.
Yeah.
Man, all my stuff is misplaced, man. It's
Yeah.
horrible. You
Good
walk
feeling
on
to see it all
concrete.
put together, man.
And shout out to my buddy Ray, older cat, Butler Plumbing. He's always there whenever I need a thing, so I have to shout him out as well. He's always been there for me. So it took a village. I did a lot of the demo myself, did what I could, but it came together great. So I'm
That's good.
thankful for everybody.
That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad to
Good
have the space
stuff.
back, man.
Yep.
So good job, boys. That does it for the fives of the week.